Despite the narrowness and the bumpiness, Australia is actually a pretty quick location. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. My name is PJ and today I'll be guiding you through Australia in Dirt Rally 2.0. I'll be taking you on a live run through one of the stages here. You can see how I take some of the trickier corners and it'll give you some tips ahead of your next rally. So as you can see, Australia is a bit of a mixed bag here because you've got these forest sections, but you've also got some more open field sections like you've got right here. And we are driving the Mitsubishi Space Star R5 right here. So as you can see, we start on a more open field section, and through Australia you've got two distinct sections of environment. You've got this open field section, which is a little bit better for high-speed sections. It's a lot smoother on the road surface as well. The elevation change isn't severe. You can see there's a nice little flow to the corners here, and you need to maximize your performance on these sections, and especially once it comes onto tarmac like here and you can get the full speed out of the car. You have to be very careful on the tarmac, by the way, because this isn't like driving on tarmac in Monte Carlo or driving on tarmac in Spain, because you're on gravel tires for a start, and on top of that you've also got a lot of mud picked up on them after driving on said gravel. So once you get to the tarmac, you will find that you don't have as much grip as you would normally, so you'll need to brake earlier and turn a little bit more carefully. But then you get back in here now into the Bondi Forest section and it gets a lot bumpier and a lot narrower because of all the trees and the rock wall on the left hand side there. And be very careful not to hit that gate. Lovely, there you go. But you can see it gets very bumpy here. This isn't time trial, so this is just the optimal stage conditions, but I find that when you're on high degradation stages, like you will be in career and sometimes in the daily events, the road gets so bumpy and so rutted up that it'll shake the wheel out of your hands. It's really tough sometimes, but you need to play with the bumps and not against them, so don't fight the bumps. You may want to up the ride height a bit if the stage conditions are a little worse, and you may want to soften the suspension, because if you can smooth out those turns, it'll be a lot easier for you. And now we get into downhill section. You got to be very careful not to fall off the side of these. It can be very easy to misjudge your braking point and go over. So you need to brake early, and you need to be very careful with the turning. And much like Argentina, you don't want to send the car too sideways, because the last thing you want to do is tag a rock or a tree on the left or right hand side. But we're nearly at the end of the stage already. As you can see here, we've got a couple more corners left, but despite the narrowness and the bumpiness, Australia is actually a pretty quick location. You've got those technical sections in the Bondi Forest, but then you've got these faster sections here in the fields, and it makes for a lovely location. So I hope those tips were useful for you. As we get across the finish line, you can check another video over there on the right, and I'll see you again soon. Farewell.